Right, I've got one that I think's hilarious because it's one of those ones where I've sort of cheated, like, nah, boo, but I haven't though, because you all did this. You all made the world that this take can exist in. I didn't. If it was up to me, this take would be invalid the moment it left my mouth, but it isn't. It's so valid. It's so real that you can't even handle it, Kassad. So, you know, in the last episode, you were saying about how Falcons are like the worst GM team ever. Like, Zonic should just be fired if he doesn't make like the final of the major or something mental like that. Like, I'm going to go the other way. Here's my hot take. You all went way too fucking hard on Falcons this year specifically. All of those takes were fine. 2023, 2024. You can even do them, by the way, with the desperation gambles. Bring Simple back for Mega Box, where you're just paying out the arse to like lend a legacy. You could, all those takes were totally fine. Dupree instead of fucking Boros never made any sense on paper. You go look at all the lands they had. They used to have to like play the most epic best of three to win, like, you know, the second match in a tournament. Like, they weren't even that good last year. But for some weird reason, you all fucking doubled down on your Falcons takes this year. You all pretended Dexter was an actual cretin who can't even press mouse one. You all did that all last year. The second he came back, you were all like, oh, I missed a Visa, get him on the team. Oh, I missed an option, get him on the team. He's like wonderful, but Russian. Oh, get him on the team. And then now you just all have to sit back while he literally is awarded the MVP. You're all now, get ready. I can't even believe how two-faced this scene is. The same scene which went, oh my God, some Pius just lost his job to Dexter, is now going to go, Men in Black. What? Dexter's losing his job. What's going on? I love Dexter, me. You're all the ones who wanted him out the team last year. You wanted him out of Heroic. You never wanted him in Heroic. Then you were like, right, he's gone. Lol. I hope you enjoyed playing the Falcons, Dexter, because this is only the picking up the trio for the VRS. Lol. Then he had like one fucking good tournament now, and you're all like, oh, it's so unfair. Why does he look? Dexter's crying. Why is Modesty being brought in? Like, I can't handle you guys. Which is it? Is it days of their lives? Is it like, oh, but, Nani, why are you leaving, Nico? I thought we were brothers. Hey, Modesty, I'll see you in future. Hate me so you can go strong, Sasuke, and meet me later in the episode. Like, why are you doing all these narratives? So it's okay. I'll put it to you, fans of Sun Pius, Dexter, fake Modesty haters now. You all went too hard on Falcons. You all should have actually just kept it reasonable, kept your dick in your pants, made a separate topic. The separate topic is about what Zonic done with the millions he's had over the years. The separate topic is, what are the Saudis doing? Is it good to have Saudis involved? The third topic is like, is this whole project a waste of time? Do they ever care about profit? But that should never have affected the players, guys. The players were the heroic team of last year with a better fucking star player, Nico. And I'd say it's just on the line as to whether you think Dexter, fucking, what's his name, Magic is better than fucking Shush. That's a fucking push, as we say in Blackjack. Like, so I think everyone, listen, I'm not going to go the other way, even though they just won an event. Look, I don't think they would ever have won this event if Vitality was there, if Spirit was there. I'll forget Navi. I actually think, by the way, those are the only two teams. After that, oh, Mouse. Yeah, Mouse should also beat them. There you go. There's three teams that will beat them. But aside from that, people went way too far with this Falcons thing. If you notice, if you went back throughout this year, my position for Falcons is probably somewhere between 6 and 9 in the world. And I think it just depends tournament to tournament where they are on that list. And if you go and look who else there are, it's a bit like what we did earlier with Maui's point. There just aren't that many good top teams, guys. Like, after you get past Falcons, you actually have to literally go to, like, is Team Liquid any good? You know what I mean? Like, there's not many good teams. Virtus Pro, people laugh at Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro's right in that fucking wheelhouse, mate. Look who they can beat, look who can they lose to. So I think, essentially, being as about 1 second before the fucking playoffs of this tournament, bro, the team wasn't even out. By the way, there's the last thing to say. Do you know how badly it's now aged? How much everyone laughed at Falcons in this tournament? So you laughed at them. Are you ready, guys? For losing to Game Legion. Game Legion is just legit. I've won 1 million underdog bets with Game Legion, by the way, the last 2.5 months. Then the other one was Call. Oh, I'm with you. I was laughing, Maui. But we're all now saying they're fucking top 4. They're actually good. Like, what have they actually done? Did Falcons not just come to this event aside from listen, the Game Legion result looked bad. But aside from that, these aren't even that bad. So everyone in the whole fucking scene went too hard on Falcons. There's my take. You all treated them like they were actually like last year's team, and they were 17th permanently. You could never have made a playoffs ever. Meanwhile, they're actually like fucking a good team, mate. They're not amazing, but they're a good team. Come on. They're dead now, of course. Brand new roster, but don't worry about that.
They came last place in like 4 tournaments this season.
They 100% did not. They 100% did not.
Trying to look like
not actual last place, but they were like, okay, at the last spring, like the bounty, they were nearly dead last.
Well, fucking hell! Oh my god! In the online bounty, did they come last place? Jesus.
Okay, at Katowice, they came in last place. At Katowice, they came last place also.
Does Katowice count?
You're making your point now, mate. So I don't know what your point is.
Well, Katowice, they came in last place. Blast Bounty, they were last place practically. EPL, they didn't make the playoffs of like this super cupcake tournament generally. Like, I mean,
I noticed the context just fell apart on the EPL ones. Weird art works, isn't it?
What? I mean, like, dude, they were bad. They were actually bad. This whole season, they were pretty darn bad. The Cluj is their best result. The Cluj is like, clearly their best result, but like the other tournaments, like they were. If you looked at the results at other tournaments, you would probably say they are the 15th best team in the world. But if you just only look at the PGL events, they've been they won one and came in second. Yeah. So it's like something flips a switch when it's just like a huge prize pool for them.
I think you lost this one, Duncan.
Well, I mean, Kassad, I'll actually grant. I will grant you 100%. It is impossible for me to win. If Maui can say the sentence, if we just ignore all the tournaments they did well at, they're really bad. Yes, you are right, Kassad. If I have if that is the circumstances I am judged by, I will never be able to get a point right. I hope you understand that.
I didn't say that.
Same Maui, by the way, who has to work that event and pretend it's really good. So he's actually already, just with restrained all his magic. If that'd been fucking Blast, mate, he'd have torn that event apart. Magically, he just went, and then all the does like the two PGLs, the ones you're bigging up. You're all over him, mate. You're fucking flying a flag in the background PGL on it. What are you talking about? Is it good or not? Is it a good tournament or not?
Wait, did you just, like, say that he's, like, kind of, because he's working for PGL, he's kind of thinking they're good?
Are you having a laugh?
Is that what you said?
Are you having a laugh?
No.
He went out of his way to not say those events were bad. He obviously thinks they are.
I mean,
I mean, they are.
It's just the events that for them last year to go from not making either major. Okay, it's a different team this year. It's a different team. Okay, to be fair to them, but with the results that they had this year, the Cluj one just felt like okay. The thing is, before Bucharest, the Cluj result felt like an outlier, and it felt like an outlier for obvious reasons. The top 5 teams weren't there. Now, with this victory, you definitely would say that, you know, they're a team that's obviously on the way up, and now they have Monacy, so you never even really have to worry about this 5-man lineup for Falcons that we just watched anymore. The community did go too hard in the other direction because obviously people want to say bad things about Saudi-run team and everything like that. Like, that was never really my angle with Falcons. My angle was always just like I don't know. People come at Falcons for a variety of different reasons. I always just kind of felt like the two key factors in them being an incredibly weak team have been Magisk and Zonic. But now they've obviously proven with this tournament that they can win, but they also did just acquire a 4-man core or 3-man core that went to the playoffs of the previous major, and then they upgraded their entry rifler to be the arguably best rifler in the world in Nico. So it almost just feels kind of like
they can win an event without the best teams.
Yeah,
it's not only them. That doesn't make them some top tier competition.
No,
right.
Come on.
No. Yes. I listened to your point. Now you're gonna listen to mine. The thing is, you said that they are a good team at the end of your take. Like I can't say that because they haven't shown anything.
How many teams are better than them?
But at least 5.
Oh my God! So the 6th best team in CS sucks dick, yeah? That's your actual take, yeah?
At least. You just said the competition everybody's like lingering around them. But you are missing the main point.
So there's your hot take, all of CS sucks. All of CS, all right, Liverpool hates, huh?
Even
you Arsenal fan, are you? Oh, fucking all league sucks.
They're 6th.
It's unfair.
But let's say they're 6th. Are you going to listen? Yeah. Let's say they're 6th, right now. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The money that have been invested in this fucking
who gives a shit?
For the last 16 months.
All right, Kassad.
I give a shit.
Kassad, you're in the server. It's a 1v1. It's like sneak court against pick a player, right? We'll say Navi. There we go. There's your 5th best team. Sneak court against JL to 1v1. Nico's about to shoot JL in the head. The game pauses, quickly goes off, does like a remote query, which accesses a financial database over in fucking Ukraine and goes, sorry, Navi spent a lot less money than Falcons. You win this 1v1 JL. Oh, sorry. Does none of that matter? Does literally the amount of money? I just even said this in my point. You've just literally made my point for me, which is you're not judging the fucking team in the server today. You're judging based on things like what they've been doing with the whole project in CS2 and how many millions they've wasted, and the fact they wasted it on Simple and Dupree. Listen,
that's why I can't fucking call them good.
That's then as I said, your hot take needs to be that CS fucking sucks. Because by the way, this event was the worst one.
Were they good in the last 5 games of the fucking PGL? Yeah, they were a good team last 5 games.
Put it this way.
But what about the last 5 months?
If you
when
wa-
they were fucking dead last with the same team on the biggest event of the year so far in Katowice, with Spirit, with Mouse, with fucking Vitality, with Navi, they were dead last. And now 2 months later, all of a sudden they're good. No, it's not like that. And overall, they spend millions of dollars. They don't need to be good. The good is just a floor for them.
No, which is it? Are they
So
are they not good, or are they just not the best? Because I notice there's a difference between those two.
They need to be the best. Needs to be like a
How's
fucking
this,
thing
man?
for
How's
them.
this even a right? So the counter to my take, which is you all went way too far on Falcons, treated them like they were terrible. Maui then confirms, yeah, they're like last place in every event. Then you're like, oh, the fucking blah, blah, blah. You're just making my point for me. You literally just both made my point for me. My point is this team was never as bad as it seemed. That's why you even did that whack thing where you just said where they came. Spoiler, do you want to know which events have the most amount of play in them, Maui? The PGL events. They're the events with the most fucking sample size. And by the way, this one's the worst one of all. Because the first one did look really jarring because we just came out of every event having Vitality or Spirit, right? This one was actually mega fucking overcast. No, I'm not even joking. There are only only 3 teams that were missing from this event. I know you're going to go, what about Navi? Navi isn't even guaranteed to win this event, boys. If this event was the exact same field, but just with Navi, I don't think it's guaranteed they win this one. They look sus themselves. They could lose to Aurora. They could lose to Fade. They could probably lose to Falcons themselves, mate. They probably lose to VP. It's probably a guarantee. But the thing is, I'll give you that. If the top 3 teams...
How can they be good if they can lose to anyone?
I definitely never said that.
Like, good teams would be a good teams just because they cannot lose to anyone. Then you're just an inconsistent team that, you know...
Just to be sure, how many teams are good in Counter-Strike, Kassad?
Right now that are really good.
No. Okay, stop saying you're not in fucking court, bitch. You said good. I asked good. Don't go very good. No, just good will do, thanks. So far,
by my standards, good. By my standards,
right,
good.
Brilliant.
4 or 5.
And here we are, the latest.
That's even too much.
We got the latest rankings here of Kassad's good teams. Only 4 this month, guys.
Are saying everything, Duncan. Look at the events this year. Like which teams have been on the top for the most part of the big events where everybody was involved. Spirit, Vitality, right? Those 2 teams. And maybe Eternal Fire. But now we had a point about them. Falcons is not there. They're not there. If they can lose to Complexity and Gamer Legion the way they did and win the event, that doesn't tell me anything. It tells me they're just inconsistent. And you disregarding the fact that probably Dexter knew that he was out before the event, which kind of...
Oh, that's made him better at CS, didn't it? Brilliant, nice, all right.
Sorry?
That's made him better at CS, and then he just tripped over and won a tournament, did he? Oh, shit, fuck, I've tripped down the stairs and won the MVP.
Noobs.
Oh, what have I done?
Well, I didn't call them noobs, did I?
Oh, sorry, I was only playing against Chex Notes.
Or good.
I was only playing against Chex Notes Monacy, but I guess I'll just fuck around and take this MVP.
Duncan, you're not listening. You're not listening. You're just speaking random things at this point.
I am. Fuck you.
My point is that if you are paying these teams or this team
he's still
quite a lot,
fucking salary, I can't handle it. I know.
Absolutely.
And also, you've been called out as a fraud. You're talking shit about salaries.
Who cares? Like the things that are not true. Like I don't care about those. But the thing is, like that chairman guy, the I don't know, I forgot his name from Falcons, replied to that.
Yeah, I saw that.
DAS2 article.
Yeah.
He didn't reply to me, but he replied to the article very politely, though. I have to say that.
What did he say?
But he said, like, you know, I was wrong. I was like wrong twice about the salary of the. I wasn't wrong.
The only problem with that, I will say, is Kassad.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, if he's listening right now, like, if you are listening to this, I saw the contract myself with my own eyes 15 months ago, where the numbers was as exactly as I said.
Okay.
In the last show, I said I just added his value for over a year and added the inflation.
Right.
And presume the number. But I saw that contract, so tell me that you're wrong. You are wrong. And if you want to talk about it, come and join us right here on the show.
Or just show the contract.
Yeah, could do that
or
too.
just show,
I want you to. I don't
show
want
the contract.
Don't show the contracts if he doesn't want to, but he can talk to us instead of sending his Zonix and that whoever that guy was on HLTV talking nonsense all the time on the fucking interviews. Just come out and say what your strategy was and explain to people that are wondering and prove me wrong. If you are such a tough guy, you want to reply on the articles, call my name, come up and, you know, put your money where your mouth is.
I will say, Kassad, the really telling thing about the way he replied is you'll notice his reply didn't in any way clarify or give any additional information. In fact, his reply, I can tell you, people were memeing, but I actually think there's a very solid chance that the reply for real was him playing the silly game of like, you said it was 40,000. That's not true. It's 39,999. But the point is, you were wrong. Like exactly. Like if you, the problem with that one is, by the way, if you were really wrong, Kassad, I think he would have mentioned something like that's way too high or way too. He didn't mention any specifics. That's what made it feel a bit suspect.
Excuse me for not guessing the right number.
I thought it was a bit sus to me. I've got to say.
And also, one more thing that I have to tell to this Mr. Chairman guy, that for his former players have sent me the pictures of the fucking things. His former fucking employees as well have been messaging me saying that I was right. So, I don't know. Am I right or am I wrong? You come out and say it.
Well, it's just, I mean,
no massive witch hunt in that guy's office, but okay, don't worry about Kassad.
It's one of those, it's just one of those dumbass replies where you could just say, no, I wasn't making, it could just be like, no, it's, after conversion rates, it's a little bit different now. It's like, dude, yeah, the lack of added detail is kind of a obvious tell.
It's crazy.
It's an obvious tell that it's really you're pretty much on it.
I saw the fucking contract like with my own eyes. Like I seen it, and people have been in their team in the past year have told me like every single number they knew. Like what are we fucking talking about? Like just please.
Yeah. Anyway, to bring it all the way back, the reason why I think people went too hard on Falcons, I've given the reasons already. I think it's actually stuff that has nothing to do within the server. Then there's also that stupid angle of like, well, Nico leave playing with Modesty. It's like, spoiler, they both left now and they're both going to be in a different fucking org. Yeah. Like, how many more times do we have to like sort of get the message? Like, we don't like G2. Like, I get it. I just get it at this point, guys. And then lastly, I'll just throw this out there. The reason why I think people went way too far on Falcons is actually everyone at this last event memed on them for exactly this reason. Falcons actually are a pretty decent like front-running team. Their problem in the past was they were terrible at closing games out. They would out, like you saw that series where they had like 3 maps in a row where it was like, was it against Virtus Pro? Where the ones where they were just like going up like 11 to 8, 12 to, they always lost somehow. So I will say they definitely had issues closing out in that sense. But to me, that's also the problem with like just ramming players together, you know, just making a roster out of nowhere.
With all jokes aside and all the trolling that we do here and like shouting and yelling, are they a terrible team? They're not a terrible team. You cannot say they're bad, like, but they want to fucking.
I actually find them enjoyable to watch, mate. Look, they can be frustrating too.
They did play well in Cluj as well. Like it's not that they play terrible everything, but in a larger picture of this season, you know, when you compare the Katowice, the Blast Lisbon, the Pro League where they finished 9th to 11th, they're not consistent in what they do. Because of the turbulence in the team, because of the fucking, are they bringing Modesty, not bringing Modesty? You hear the timeout, you hear the fucking confusion. This is what telling me they're not a good team. Are they going to be a good team with Modesty? Probably. Who the fuck knows, right? Modesty is a massive upgrade. But right now, you cannot put them as a team that's good or even like, you know, they're just above average right now.
Well, here's the thing, Kassad.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, you know, be a pleb and don't.